Yeah, here at Namboole, the Mandela International Stadium, Namboole. Of course, the build-up to the Rugby Africa Cup 2025. Rare opportunity for Uganda to have where we hosted the Rugby Africa Cup last year, but this year is even bigger and better, World Cup qualifier. And yeah, it's only right that we make sure that people get to know the information as and when it is available. My name is Ruben Kihumuro of the Fat Cats podcast, and with the local organizing committee chairman of the Rugby Africa Cup, Mr. Emma Fudribo. How are you, sir?
Very well, thank you. Just to correct you, I'm the vice chairperson. Yes.
And I'm used to last year. Who's the chairman?
Our chairman is Ambrose Tashobia.
Okay.
He's also the chairperson of NCS. I mean, this year it is a fully fledged government controlled activity. I mean, with the budgets that have been allocated to sport, it is just prudent that they have some form of full insight, and our Ambrose is my chairman, so I stand in up for him. He helps us from the strategic level of things, while I support on the operational things, side of things on the ground. And of course, 2025, bigger, better. Hopefully it's not the last time in our lifetime to experience it. So yeah, it's exciting. For me, probably, I maybe, God willing, if any opportunities arise in future to be part of this again, it would be wonderful. But I'm taking it as if it's my last one. Yeah.
Of course, the pitch is looking very, very nice. I can see in the background people are really hard at work trying to make sure that everything is set. But how has preparation been so far in the last 1 week or so?
Well, the last 1 week, you've seen the countdowns going on. It's put now a bit more pressure. That's why you see a lot of things are happening at this time. Friday 6 p.m. coming to 7 p.m. Yeah. Normally by this time we are home or we visit the local funders, but we are on ground, making sure that by the time pitch inspection happens, which is next week on Thursday, which is actually 6 days away. So a lot is going to happen between now and then, and the work shifts into midnight or weekends as well. So tomorrow, if you come, we now have a fully fledged working office at section 3. You can come in and ask as many questions as possible, see how the preparations are going. So yeah, you can see a lot of work is going on. Pitches and immaculate condition. Actually, this pitch is a bit different from what we had last year.
Actually,
last year we
are not allowed to step on it, but we can at least come closer to it.
Correct, yeah.
You talked about, of course, the match commissioner coming to inspect.
Yes.
And the way the pitch is, tell us what's different this year from last year.
So the pitch has been stitched. Yeah. So we do not expect a lot of maintenance work to happen on the pitch, but also it's able to withstand all the 4 games of the match day. So the pitch is crisp. Actually, this facility is, I think, more in a more excellent situation than what we had last year. If you realize, last year we had a lot of artificial turf all around, but now we have this soft landing spot. But of course, we are going to improve it a bit just to ensure that the safety of the place is okay. This would have already been done, but I think the national athletic trials tomorrow. You see, we now have floodlights at the facility. So if push comes to shove,
when all games go to extra time, we might have a night rugby situation.
Yeah.
I wish it happens on match day 1.
Which should be
Uganda, Kenya in the floodlights would be amazing.
I mean, which should be exciting. I mean, also across there you can see a new seating material thanks to government of Uganda. That's a 1,060-seater for our general seating area, which is different from the normal scaffolding that we have.
Let's go and check it out. Yeah, we were talking about the seating, and you were telling us, of course, you said it can accommodate how many people, this particular one?
1,016.
So is what we are looking at right now, maybe if they can show it to them, is this the particular part for the general access where what they call ordinary, the fans will be?
Yes, so this is part of where the general sitting area will be. Of course, it will be supplemented by the additional scaffolding that we'll put in place. But it's a beautiful sitting space, and they're actually numbered. So, well, the experience...
So they're numbered. Let me ask, if my ticket has this number, does that mean that I can come and bounce someone who's seated?
No.
Because I see our rugby fans.
Fortunately for this year, it is the first come, first serve. And you can choose a preferred sitting area with you and your unit Either you want the top tier sitting space, or you want the lower tier to be very closer to the action on the ground. I've seen some people say we're at 30,000. You should be able to tell Conrad Wanyama to move that ball faster.
This is the seat for the 30,000. You shout Wanyama if you don't pass that ball. I wanted to have a seat, but they are very dirty. But anyway, so let's talk about the pricing.
Yes.
Pricing has brought a lot of noise online.
Yes.
People saying, first and foremost, there was an announcement, of course, by Dr. Gwal,
yes,
that government will be supporting in full.
Yes.
And then people are asking now, if there's full support from government and everything is being funded,
yes,
why is the 30K now? Why is it increasing from last year?
Typically, if you look at the organization of tournaments, I think this year we've been more prepared in terms of, first of all, the technical preparation. So the technical aspect of it is pitch, players, pitch, and then everything else can happen. If we do not have a team well prepared to play on the pitch, then there's no point of having rugby. If you look at the process or the time the team has taken into preparation, part of that budget goes into that preparation. I mean, if you look, if you're a logistical person, if you're able to roughly estimate the team's stay in the current process, in the current camp, and then look at what else has happened. You have had the women's go to Madagascar. You've had before that
Sevens, Mauritius as well.
Before that, where were the ladies?
Where are they going before?
Division
Tier 1B.
Côte d'Ivoire.
Yes.
Côte d'Ivoire. Then you had the men's sevens as well. With national 15s team, a big contingent down south, Namibia, now South Africa, and back to camp. Yeah, for the remaining number of days before they go back again into another full residential.
Does that necessarily mean that they are coming straight from South Africa back to camp immediately? I
think from the conversations we've had today with the CTO, he says they'll come. The first batch arrives tomorrow at 6:05 p.m. We encourage some fans who are able to make it to the airport. Please come and show some love to the boys and welcome them to show that we are really behind them. The second batch arrives at 3:35 a.m. as well. We'll be there to receive the boys. For those who will be awake or who will be in the areas of Entebbe, please.
We know you guys will be awake. So if you can carry flowers, please take flowers. But don't be like Edwin last year.
For some ladies who have not given out flowers this year, please carry some flowers and welcome some fine gentlemen.
Yeah, but anyway, so just going back to pricing, taking away any particular offers, let's start with the pricing for a person that arrives on match day.
Yes.
Break it down for us.
So if you arrive at the gate, first of all, we don't have any physical tickets. All our tickets are digital. So if you come with your 30K cash and you expect that you're going to find a ticket at the ground, you will not find it.
So there will not be pay points at Namboole here?
We'll have verification points at the entrances. So to paint you a clear picture, we'll have two gates open. We'll have the western gate that opens for our general tickets, for our general ticket holders and our VIP ticket holders. And then we have our VVIP and the invitational gate plus our service providers and vendors. They'll come in through the northern gate. So that way we do not have a lot of commotion at the gate, but also creates your experience and entry into the facilities seamless. The parking inside the stadium will only majorly be for our VVIPs and invited guests, of course, plus the people who are vending at the facility. Once you get into the western gate, on your right, we have a lot of parking space for our VIP and general parking. Once that is full, we also have another parking down here, which should be able to accommodate over 5,000, 10,000 cars. Okay,
so 30,000, then VIP is?
At the gate, it will be 60,000, and then VVIP at the gate will be 150,000.
150,000. We had some people complaining about VIP last year.
Yes.
And some people wanting to know, why should I pay for VIP or VVIP? What is there? What is the incentive that is there for me?
I think the feedback we got that feedback. The experience, to be honest with you, we apologize for what happened last year. And our experience is that we didn't provide a shaded area for the VIPs, even the general ticket seating. So this year will be different. Our VIPs will have a very good shaded area. We'll have service points allocated to you as well. We've Today we've got a partnership confirmed with Inspire Africa. So there'll be a proper coffee serving point for you at your VIP section as well, which is an experience that you didn't have. We'll have people designated to serve you and create your experience better. We'll have a bar set up for you for your Nile Special consumables to be closer to you. Rock Bomb in case you're running out of energy.
That thing
Crystal
of,
water as well.
That thing of access to the food and the drinks last year was crazy. It was a workout.
I know.
You come from this side, go the other side.
And secondly, what we've done is, I know the experience for the food court and the fun park was a bit far. So what we've done is now we've actually extended it closer. It will be in this green area just adjacent to the eastern gate. So you can be smelling some meats which are closer to you. If you want to go and sit and have a drink, and we'll have screens. You can actually go and sit at the fun park and watch a game at the fun park as well. So it's just to create a better experience. So if you ask, why pay 30,000? We are upping the experience for you as a fan to also come and enjoy yourself. Last year, I remember by 9 p.m. some of the music was going off. This year it's much better. So for game day 1 when Uganda wins, we should be able to cross the 6 a.m. mark up to morning. So leave, please. Make sure you've gotten authorization from your supervisor.
You start coughing in office.
Yes, or you start going very early, then say by 7 you have a chest infection.
Yeah, but now, of course, you talked about the fun park.
Yes.
One of the pertinent issues that has also been coming up has been about vendors.
Yes.
And the prices for the vendors.
Yes.
One, of course, there's been a bit of a variation from last year's prices, at least from the research we have done.
Yes.
But also, it seems like some vendors have been asked for a little more than others. What's the criteria? And I had, of course, you guys had a meeting with them.
Yes.
What was the criteria for someone to be a vendor? And then to, of course, for the vendors that you met, what did you resolve, or what did you meet them about?
I mean, we had categorized pricing depending on what you're selling.
Yes.
So if you're selling ice cream, I don't expect to charge you a fee for someone who is selling meat, for example. So we categorize the pricing depending on the service, and with some of the experience that we have in the tournaments that we've organized in terms of, revenue generations, the consuming patterns of the fans who we are as rugby. That was the thought process around it. However, for those who have reached out to us, we've spoken to them. Some of them we've had to come to, a mutual agreeable ground, or create a form of a payment plan to say, you know what, it could be this. However, let us start from this point, and then we can readjust ourselves accordingly. I mean, we're also human beings as well. We are supposed to be able to listen to you. We've taken a lot of your feedback. We've taken feedback from the experiences that were there last year. We are not rigid, really. That's what I can say.
Yeah, as we go back, of course, talking about back to prices. Now, let's talk about the offers, because we can explain all these things, but there will be a fan who will be like, me, I don't have 30K, I don't have 60K, I don't have all. So what are the other offers that people can look out for? Of course, maybe I'm sure there will be some ticket giveaways, especially coming into next week, but in particular, what are those offers that people should be expecting?
You can see I'm wearing a t-shirt for Gorilla 7.
Yes.
So next weekend, if you're able to go to Kabale, we have some ticket offers.
Right?
Next weekend, yeah. So we have some ticket giveaways at Gorilla 7s. We are actively trying to engage the fan groups to have ticket giveaways as well. So maybe probably by next week, we should have reached out to your various fan groups across the country to issue out a few tickets to your fans, and would really hope that you give to the local fans. That would encourage them to be part of the games and also experience what international games are like. Other than that, of course, we still have the early bird ticket offering by Momo, which is at 20K. Yesterday we had a crazy offer, which is the flash sale. I actually got a number of tickets as well, and gave to my OBs from primary and OGs from primary, and I was shocked that they were actually excited to get some tickets, and some are now saying, you know what, I'm actually going to come to watch the games because my other OBs and OGs are coming to watch. It was just to try and see if we can bring a lot more people to the facility. And the idea is, I mean, to experience a premium product, which earlier on I'd alluded to, that we may not get to experience it in our lifetime again. Let's come together, let's enjoy it. Let's try and support Uganda as much as possible. And I don't know if you know the magnitude of what game 1 for Uganda is like.
I actually had a conversation with someone earlier today, and we were talking about that game Uganda versus Kenya is so important that its consequence, or its result, is going to impact the attendance on match day 2 and match day 3, or at least the vibe. People may come because they love rugby.
Not only that. Yeah. If you look at rugby for the next 2-3 years, in terms of test rugby, in terms of sevens international rugby, right now we're not going to Challenger sevens, right? For the sevens. Now 15s, if we do not progress, that means the competitions drop. Yeah. So we'll either drop back to what we call traditionally do, Elgon Cup, probably Victoria Cup in the mix. But if we're able to support the boys fully, I am fully confident that game day 1 should be positive and help us progress to game day 2 and finally game day 3. But it is just important for us to come and support the boys to grow who we are as a sport, considering what we can see for the next 2-3 years.
Yeah, of course, looking at this pitch, this of course is the outer pitch at the Mandela National Facility here. Yes, yeah. Of course, there's the other bigger one, the inner pitch, but the biggest challenge has always been around how to get more people to watch rugby or to attend these rugby events. Yes. For this particular event, we're not looking at only talking to the rugby community as they are dubbed the 23, although they are a lot more than that. Yes. But how do we get the person in Chikubo to come and watch this rugby game? How do we get the person maybe somewhere else to come and watch this game that has probably even never held a rugby ball in their life?
I think from next week onwards, you're going to see a lot of activations that are happening towards the downtown area. We have people who have interacted with that community of people. They know how to communicate to that group of people. And with the support of our partners, we've been able to package something together. So next week, you'll see a lot of activity in Chikubo, in the Old Park, in Katue. We're targeting the market days for people to go and do some activations in those areas. And you'll see a lot of our partner products being, distributed, tickets being given out in those places. So hopefully it will give us an experience of rugby that we've not had before, in terms of even the numbers that we have on pitch, and also to commercially grow the sport. It is very, very important that we think about commercializing the sport, not extravagantly. That's why we're not charging 50,000, and that's why we can charge 30K to say, you know what, let's start from this point and then see where we can take it. I mean, we have sevens fast approaching. Immediately after Rugby Africa Cup, we already saw Central League being cancelled, and the reason was really funds. So do we want to go that direction to say, you know what, we do not have the capacity to hold those other important tournaments? Let's come and support the boys, to be honest with you guys.
So as we conclude, let's talk about the program now, of course, going into Rugby Africa Cup. Yes. Let's talk about arrivals of teams, and maybe also we heard, of course, about the Webb Ellis Trophy that will be coming to Uganda. Yes. Highlight for us what that experience is going to be like, or what the plan is. So
typically, right now for us as the organizing committee, we are already in RAC. It's part of the program that we drafted. Actively, the first team to arrive is Uganda. Of course, we arrive in 2 batches. Tomorrow, 28th, and then 29th. The first batch of 19 arrives at 6:05 p.m. Second batch arrives at 3:35 p.m. After that, the next team to arrive is Kenya, incidentally.
Noisy neighbors.
The noisy neighbors. They are going to be on ground to try and, acclimatize themselves to the environment. And they arrive, I think, on third team to arrive will be Algeria, and then the rest will appear subsequently on the days they're supposed to come. So that shows you how the teams are preparing themselves. Then we have Webb Ellis Cup. I don't know if some of you fans realize the magnitude of the Webb Ellis Cup coming to
I really Uganda. Want to
outside of Africa, outside of South Africa, we are probably the second or the third, and maybe Namibia should have.
Namibia, I think South Africa, then Namibia
and now Uganda. I mean, even our friends across
Our Uganda neighbors.
our
No
Uganda
soup
neighbors.
people.
I've not. Maybe it's because of the lack of soup, but yeah, we get to experience that. And I mean, the neighbors please, we encourage you to come. We'll have a trophy display area. You can get to experience and have a picture of you taken with the Webelis Cup at the Mandela National Stadium on the 8th, on game day 1. So we'll have a display booth where you can go and experience it.
Super dope.
Once it arrives on 6th, we have a media engagement at Speak Resort Muyonyo, who are our accommodation partners. So for all the media, in case you have any questions, you want to interact with the trophy, come take pictures. I mean, that is your turn. Then we have a dinner with our partners and all that. Next day, there's a planned State House visit. As you may be aware, the only person who can touch the trophy is either the captain or a captain, like a winning captain.
The winning captain.
Or the head of state. Head of state is His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. So that is being finalized, and once that has been finalized, 7th, the plan is to be at State House. Depending on the arrangements and the timings, we probably will join the age grade program at Chadondo, but it's not yet confirmed. That once we get our timings aligned, then we will be able to communicate that, and also you can have an experience at Chadondo as well. So Webelis Cup leaves on the 9th after game day 1, but there's something exceptional to look for and to be likely to good to be a part of as Uganda. We have game day 1, game day 2, game day 3, which is the final for Rugby Africa Cup. Now, the team that will finish second after Uganda beating them in the final, I mean, gets to play repechage.
Yes.
Now, the winner in Asia, the runner-up in Asia, gets to come to Uganda to play the runner-up
the following
in Africa. They will say following week, which is Saturday, 26th. So we do not only have 3 match days, but they're actually 4.
Is that one also at 30K?
We will discuss after Uganda winning. We may get excited and say it is the gates are open for everyone.
But I think
I mean it is exciting to have a world rugby event, a fully world rugby event being hosted here. I mean, Rugby Africa Cup is, yes, however, that will be a fully world rugby event. It will have its own form of protocols, which may actually be a bit higher than what we offer, but a good thing is it's just a one match, probably 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. depending on how they work with the TV guys on there.
Okay, so let's talk about the partners that are on board. Tell us about the partners and how they are helping you guys make sure that this is a reality.
Our partners have really been very helpful. They've guided us, they've supported us in several ways. Our everyday and Nile Special, can't thank them enough for always being here. Rockboom, our energy partner, Uganda Tourism Board to give a good experience. Of course, there's NBA Sport, who are official broadcast. Our partners, we've just onboarded up Inspire Africa, coffee beverage partner. We have St. Catherine Medical Hospital Supplies partner. We have UAP Old Mutual, insurance. For all the teams need medical insurance. Our team, the facility. Do you actually know that we pay insurance for everyone who is on the ground?
Are you serious?
Yes. So when you come to the facility, you know you are insured, and it is a requirement. So when you ask 30K, where does it go?
My guy here will need that insurance.
This is, I mean, URU pays it for you. Yeah?
Okay.
So it is part of what goes into covering the necessary requirements as per the tournament manuals. Of course, there's insurance for the players separately. However, for everyone within the facility, you need to have insurance as well.
Yeah, and I think the last thing we're going to talk about is security.
Oh, well, I forgot one. Uganda Airlines.
Oh.
So Uganda Airlines will be setting up for us the Players Lounge. The Players Lounge is just right behind these other outside changing rooms. So it will be a proper lounge where the ones who are not playing can be able to sit there and watch, maybe just relax and watch a game of rugby on TV. Okay.
So, like I was saying, security.
Yes.
Let's talk about security. Of course, Mandela National Stadium is in Boyogerere.
Yes.
And much as, of course, I want to applaud you guys, but last year the security was really good.
Yeah.
But I'm sure here and there are some things that maybe you'd like to tighten still,
Yes.
both within and also outside, to make sure that people that are coming
Yes.
have a safe experience. You've talked about leaving late at night.
Yes.
How secure or how can people guarantee their safety when they are here?
I mean, safety first starts with you
Yes.
as a person. So you need to ensure that your property is secure. If possible, Momo is giving a lot of experience in the fun park for cashless payments. So if you're able to put your money on the phone, I would recommend that with a lot of discounts. Of course, that will be there. I mean, it's good to experience some of that. Secondly, we've already spoken. We've got authorization from the IGP, and so we are now collaborating with the sister agencies to see how we can package everyone together. Of course, together with the security at Mandela National Stadium, there'll be one joint security meeting that will happen next week, just to ensure that the safety of our fans while coming in and while leaving is top notch. Of course, even within the stadium itself, we have security supported with our bouncers, supported us with our stewards that we're going to work with, and who will be properly labeled to guide you, to support you in case anything comes up. Please make sure to report to a steward, and then we'll be able to pick it up. I remember Namboole is fully covered with CCTV cameras, so we're able to see almost every angle of the stadium, but at least to assure you that we are 100%, and we can give a percentage, but at least we've taken necessary precautions to ensure your maximum safety while at Namboole.
Okay. Any last words from you, of course, Mr. Vice Chairman?
I mean, I would like to thank you, Fat Cats. You've been a very good partner for rugby and for spreading out the word of rugby, and to ask the fans to come in numbers. I know for game day 1, our neighbors are planning to come in droves, in big numbers. So on home soil, someone was saying, you are at home, you are the host of the tournament. The least you can do is take away Mbera. So let us come and take away Mbera and support the boys, and the best things are really ahead of us.
Yeah,
thank you very much.
Thank you for your time. We
Thank
know
you for your time.
it's late and it's a Friday, but these updates, I think, are very important for the people out there, so that they know what to expect, and also just to build that hype, that anticipation. Next week is another build-up week, and of course we are very, very excited. I know I'm excited because I can't wait to see Uganda play. Uganda beat Kenya banange. Kenya to Chikola, don't spoil people's parties, but we are welcoming all the Kenyans, all people from different areas to really come in. Yeah, come try Rolex, not the watch, but the one that is sold on the street, a combination of eggs and a chapati. Try out the nightlife, maybe Chigere.
We actually have providers for Chikalai as well. Yeah, try out our local beers, Nile Special.
Yes. I mean, there's a lot to try out, but maybe we'll give more updates on that. But thank you for this opportunity. And guys, thank you for watching. Cheers.